All right, so we're going to be talking about how to knead clay, and the reason that we need to knead clay, is because in clay, before it has been kneaded, you will get air pockets like this. Like this, they look like little pin pricks, but the problem is when we put that in the kiln and start to fire it, that's what causes clay to explode. So you're going to start with a nice hunk of clay just like this. We're going to take our box cutter, and we're just going to cut it in to 4 pieces, so 2, 4. And this is also how you're going to see if you've got those air holes. So you can see them when you go through, you can see you've got air holes. So we got it in our 4 pieces, and what we're going to do is we're going to take these 4 and you're just going to slam them onto the table, okay? And then from there, it's going to go back into this nice big clump. We're going to be pushing down. So here's the important part. We're pushing with the heel of our hand. That's this part right here. You can either do this one-handed or you can do it two-handed. But either way, you're only pushing with this part of your hand, okay? So you got your hands situated, thumbs next to each other. Thumbs are always out. You don't want them to dig into the clay, okay? You also don't want these fingers to be digging into clay. You want them all nice and flat. I'm also not pushing with my arms, I'm pushing up with my torso, okay? So when I go in, I'm just using my body weight to move the clay. What I'm doing is I have my hands down, I'm pulling up, adjusting my hands, and then pushing down. Up, push. And as you're doing this, you'll start to get this cinnamon roll looking twist from it being pushed over and over and over again. You can change directions. Again, use your body weight. Don't rely on your arms. Use your body weight to get into there. You'll be doing this for at least a minute. Once you've gotten good at it, it might not take you nearly that long. If you have the older reclaimed clay, there's going to be a lot more air bubbles. If you have the newer clay, there won't be nearly as many. Okay, so got it all kneaded. Gonna come back to my box tool because now we need to check to see if we've got some air pockets. Clean off the wire every time we use it because you'll have gross old clay, so clean that off. You can really just set this on there and the weight itself will cut it in half. So you want to check to see if you've got any air bubbles. Good that way. I'll check this way. See if you've got any air bubbles. Sometimes you'll get little strips like this, and that's usually just from something being stuck on the string. That's when you just want to clean it back off. And check to see if you've got any air bubbles. If you don't see any of those air bubbles, which again just look like big pin pricks, then you're all good to go.